Anthony Trollope, 1850 to 1882, London novelist, uses social satire to completely blow the lid off the corruption and hypocrisy of both the British Parliament and Church, whose members overlap, spending much time in attempting to get their daughters to, quote, marry money. The top-heavy system, whereby archbishops live in county palaces and sit in the House of Lords, giving out stipends or salaries at their discretion to the lower clergy, the parish priests. Completely at odds to Jesus' teachings on humility or the giving up of possessions. The Church of England held on to most of the Babylonian ritual and idolatry of the Catholics, the format of the Mass and creeds. This was an era of preaching from pulpits, in the Americas especially, snake handling, hellfire and redemption. It is significant that throughout his 47 novels, Trollope rarely gives us a rendition of these priests engaged in ecclesiastical duties. Maybe by deference. Oh yes, the bishop has been at prayer in his study all morning. It's more to do with polite conversation in tea rooms, or plotting against each other for favour in shows of respectability. The churches and cathedrals may have changed in their use from vessels of light and music and prayer to centres for arousing awe and compliance, often putting in placards or tombs of Middle Ages warrior kings to drive the point home. Not even saints, geopolitical figures. After all authority has been extrapolated from a single cryptic remark, Matthew 16:18. You are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church. Likewise, their hellfire doctrine is mainly based on Revelation, which is a poem that says the beast and false prophet, quote, were thrown alive into the lake of fire that burns with sulphur, verse 1920. Then later too, quote, anyone's name not found in the book of life. These are amongst the most open to interpretation passages there can be. It is no surprise the state religions always appear most powerful when bad things happen or straight afterwards, conveniently picking up the pieces, taking note locally of who's who, births, deaths, holy days, confessions. Therefore, Pope Leo XIV is kissing a 20,000-year-old block of ice to show the Roman Church's solidarity with CO2 warming, melting ice caps. Turner's rustic scenes. Ditto the seascapes. Nearly all have turbulent or heavy skies and a dimmed sun, signs of weather manipulation. All the ruins and battered old houses in these pictures begs the question, wherefore came all these if this is 1776? How does it fit into the Middle Ages? Left, Mercury and Argus, the Greek and Egyptian themes throughout much of this superior art. A magnificent structure is seen on the pinnacle of the cliff, overlooking what could be a flooded valley. Below, as if removed to the view from the battlements, foreground with a strange little wheelbarrow and watering can. In music as well can be noticed a crossover or harkening back to an earlier different age. Much excellent classical and baroque and choir works. It makes you wonder, were Bach, Mozart, Beethoven really that original in style or the last? Shadows of the Gothic Romantics. Mary Shelley, of whom there is only one painting to prove her identity. Born 1797, died 1851, aged 53. In her well-known fantasy novel Frankenstein, the Modern Prometheus, a young Swiss student arrives at the University of Ingolstadt. Disillusioned with the curriculum, he begins himself to experiment in alchemy and harnessing electricity, the ether,